Hey, what's happening? So in this video, we're going to be digging in a little bit deeper into Claude. I'm going to go over some projects, some skills, give you some tools, some skills to upload and plug into your business to give you a very, very simple checklist of things that you can get working on to improve your ability to win more business. So with that said, if you're catching this on socials or YouTube, wherever, comment course. The downloadable assets and resources are going to be inside of a membership area. We'll make sure you get plugged into that. And as always, if you have questions, you need help with any of this stuff, don't hesitate to reach out. Right now, I'm on the online version, not the desktop. Inside the desktop, there's some functionality for like code and stuff to work on your computer. So I'm going to try to do most of this stuff on the browser for ease of use and stuff. So right now we are in the project section, and I'll just open up give you a little bit more of an insight here to the projects. So this one is, you can add, if going back to the other video, you can click the create new and then pop in here. It's going to give you an opportunity to name it and describe what you want to do. So some cool things with this, you can start to dig in a little bit deeper in regards to instructions, how you want it to operate, and then add file. So in this example here, you can see I had it set this one up as a strategic advisor for Alex Hormozi based off of all of his $100 million playbooks. And then, then you can reference everything in here. Now, I do most everything out of my team account, so there's not a whole lot of stuff in here, but this should give you a good idea. Now, with that being said, let's pop over to something that you can download, plug into your business right now. And this is going to be a personal brand audit. So I'll just kind of run through what this is, how you can use it, how as a loan officer you could use this resource to work with referral partners and help them and strategize, be a strategic advisor. Now, with this, I would highly recommend run this on yourself so you can download the skill. There's a skill in the membership area. It is, I believe it is Referability Audit, something like that. There's a handful of skills in here, funnel designer, follow-up SMS, lead magnets, tons of stuff that you can plug in and start using, but I'll run through this one just because it is huge leverage for a lot of folks. So to upload your skills, you're going to come over to customize, and then over here in the skill section, you're going to want to hit add and then upload skill. So once you download that skill, you can go ahead and click upload. It should download on your desktop or wherever you saved it. Click it and then hit the upload, and it is this one that I'm talking about is going to be the Referability Audit. And then you can upload the rest of the skills that are in that membership area as well. So once you have that uploaded, you can come in, you can run this for yourself, literally just pop in like your name, your name, maybe email, phone number, stuff like that, just some basic stuff, and let it get ripping. Now, just kind of walk through what we're looking at here. It's going to run a referability score, how you show up online and things that you can do to start to course correct or improve your overall referability. So things that it's going to dig into is like, how is your personal brand? When somebody searches your name, are you going to show up online? How are you going to look? So things that it's touching on is like, do they have a personal brand site? They have decent reviews. Are the reviews recent? Is there a Google business profile? This is dummy data, so it's not anybody in here, but you get the idea. And then it's going to give you suggestions on what to do, how to fix things. And then obviously from here, you can plug this back into a co-work or just a general chat and start to, work on fixing some of this stuff. Things like personal brand websites, these are things that we have plugged into our agent Flywheel system, so you can be found. Highly, highly, highly recommend if you don't have a personal brand website to get one plugged in as a mortgage or real estate person, because people are going to search up your name, your agents, your clients, so on and so if the only thing that you have is tied to a company versus yourself, it's an asset that you can own and control inevitably or indefinitely. So like if you decide to move companies, you still have that. That's not going to go away. It's an asset you own and control. Anyway, I digress. But this is going to run through, tons of different stuff here. Now, to some cool things like with the skills, you can do these slash commands right here. Now, Claude is super user friendly in regards to like knowing context and knowing when to use and do things that you've like started to train it with. So a lot of times you don't really need to do slash commands, but you absolutely can come in and pick your slash command skills that you may have already dialed in. This one again is the referability audit. Now, if you're a loan officer and you're connecting with agents, this is something that you could bring to the table on a meeting. Be like, hey, I just whipped up an audit. I wouldn't call it a referability audit in that instance. More like a strategic assessment, something along those lines. Ask AI to come up with some cool names for you, but you could run through, say, hey, this is things. Now, before you do that, I highly recommend you come in and do this for yourself too, and start checking off some of this stuff. So, you're coming across as, referable, so to speak. But this could be a great asset to leverage when connecting with a new agent to come to the table and say, hey, I just ran this, audit, happy to go over some of the things that I found and share with you a couple things. And even to the point where like if you're running these for these people, obviously you don't have access to all of their stuff, but you could whip up a personal brand website for them. If you're on our Agent Flywheel account, you have unlimited sites. You can, get a domain, connect their domain, create something for them. And it's just like, hey, take this information, plug it in and create a site from it. Anyway, not to go too deep into rabbit holes over here because there's literally unlimited cool things that we can do with AI now. But so we got deeper dive on projects, a little bit deeper dive on skills, handful of skills that you can upload into your Claude and get using right away. Some use cases that you can begin to implement right away for yourself and also as a strategic advisor for your referral partners from the loan officer standpoint. And cool. With that being said, I think this is good for this one. And as always, if you have any questions, you need help with anything, don't hesitate.